It's been 2 weeks since the Tigers have been on the gridiron, and 2 weeks of trying to get that feeling out of their system that comes with a last-second loss in a region rival game. Tonight, the Tigers should get that winning feeling back heading into the last 3 weeks of the regular season as Liberty comes to town, and they could be the victim of an angry bunch of Tigers. I'm Steve Cornell along with Kendall Atkinson, and you're listening to the Central Bank pregame show right here on 93.5 FM. It's pink out night here at Jim Carroll Stadium in the Jungle. Breast Cancer Awareness Month this month, and a lot of people are out on the field. If you're watching on the stream that either has been affected by breast cancer in some way or a family member, and we've got a lot of people out on the field, and they're fixing to let the balloons go here at the stadium. But great night for football, clear skies, temperature about 65, and it should be a good game, at least for a half. We'll take a quick timeout, and we'll be back with more. We'll take a look at tonight's game. This is the Tiger Pregame Show right here on 93.5 FM The Roar. Back after this.
Do you have a spring?
Welcome to the Central Bank Tiger Pregame Show right here on 93.5 FM, WKWXFM.com, and the WKWX app, streaming live on YouTube. Slice 93 is the channel to go to there. 2 weeks ago, the Tigers headed into Lexington with great opportunities on the line for both teams, really. For Hardin County, a win would all but assure them a top spot in Region 6, and also a couple of home playoff games here at Jim Carroll Stadium. But a loss of Adam Harris before the game proceeded and then proceeded to lose the game over in Lexington. And Kendall, not to want to go back and rehash everything, but we haven't been on the air there because of the open date. But an unusual game over there. I mean, everything on the line, and that's usually the way it's been between Hardin County and Lexington the last few years. But we go over there, never one time did Lexington attempt to pass. They wanted to run the football. I don't know that they knew anything was going on with Adam until we got over there. But just could not stop the Wildcat. It was a game of, okay, we're going to snap it back to our tailback, and then he's going to pick a spot to run and tackle him if you can.
Yeah, and it's kind of like that NFL football game last night. It was more controlled on the ground by Lexington. It was kind of, what you see is what you get. We're going to run the ball at you, and if you can stop us, we may change something up. But for the most part, this is what we plan to do. And they were stern in their ways, and to say it paid off would be an understatement because they won the football game. So we definitely exposed some flaws, I would say, on both sides of the football, not just one side of the football that really we got exposed at Lexington, but something for us to work on as we enter this latter half of the season and get ready for the playoffs.
Well, the thing is there was a lot on the line that night, and going undefeated possibly for the second year in a row, but more importantly, having a couple of playoff wins and controlling or get a couple of playoff games here and controlling that, and now you need some help.
Yeah, and I'm not going to say that we really underestimated Lexington, but I do feel like it was one of those, and it was kind of this way with USJ. we should win the football game. I mean, really the only team that can beat us is ourselves. And USJ, they did a good job of coming out and kind of hitting us in the mouth and making us make some adjustments. And then Lexington did the same thing, and they did it without throwing the football. So it was really important, that game, in regards to playoff contention, like you just said, getting a few home playoff games, because that's going to be huge down the stretch.
Well, one thing I think we got to get better at is this schedule. Our district is kind of weak, I guess, to some degree. Chester County's had a really good year, but they come in here riding a high, a one-loss team, and we absolutely just beat the brakes off of them here. They acted like they didn't even want to play, and then the next week they go blow somebody else out. And then last week they had a big win. They take on Lexington tonight over at Chester County, so I don't know what Chester County team shows up, but what we've got to do is, it seems like the two losses that we've had, we've struggled a little bit offensively with what we want to do. We didn't run the ball particularly well a couple of weeks ago. You mentioned the USJ game. We actually ran the ball pretty well in that game, and our throwing game just kind of let us down.
Yeah, and I think that's the reason why I said against Lexington it was really both sides of the football, because even in the USJ game, our defense was on the field for too long. I mean, just long story short. And when that happens, it's hard to get in a good routine on the offensive side of the ball. And so we're kind of thrown out of our comfort zone, something we're not particularly used to. So, yeah, I mean, it's definitely some things that we needed to be exposed upon before we enter the playoffs, for sure.
Well, me and Robin was talking down here at the Tiger Tailgate Party, and we were talking about the loss of Adam Harris in that game, something that, I mean, you didn't foresee coming. He was involved in an accident, and thank the Lord he's fine.
Yeah,
he walked out with the team tonight, and he led the team through the Tiger Walk. But you can't prepare for something like that. That's a guy that has taken probably 99% of the reps at defensive tackle at his position. And then you throw, I think, Wade Van Hoos in there.
Yeah.
Wade probably knows that position, but he's on the offensive side of the ball, and he probably takes most of the snaps in practice on that side of the ball. So everything's changed, and then all of a sudden, it's a quick, okay, here's what you got to do.
Right. And part of me wants to say that that's a good type of adversity during the middle of the season before you do get into these key playoff games. But at the same time, that was a really big football game. And it was a test of our character as a team. And, kind of shorthanded there for Van Hoos and the reps he got, like you just said. But I also feel like now we're a little bit more prepared for the unexpected, like we had to deal with against Lexington. So we'll see how it pays off as the season winds up here in the next couple of weeks and as we get into these key playoff games.
Well, we had 2 weeks to learn from it. The Tigers were off last Friday night, and then we're back in action here at Jim Carroll Stadium. Next week we'll be at Milan, and then back home at the end of October for senior night, as Pure Academy will come in to wind up the regular season. Let's take a timeout. We'll look at tonight's game when we return. You're listening to the Central Bank Tiger Pregame Show right here on 93.5 FM, The Roar. All right, welcome back to Jim Carroll Stadium. Steve Cornell along with Kendall Atkinson. Kirk is on assignment. We have sent him east. And
we're going to leave it at that.
We'll leave it at that. And we have sent him east with a group of guys, and we don't know if he'll return or not. So he was blindfolded when he left. And duct taped, yeah. Blindfolded and duct taped when he left. But anyway, it's pink out night here at Jim Carroll Stadium as we get set to take on Liberty. Liberty is 0-7 on the season, 0-3 in Region 6 4A. The Tigers come into the game 5-2 overall, 3-1 in Region 6 4A. Liberty lost last week to McNairy Central 50-36, and Hardin County lost to Lexington a couple of weeks ago in a last-second touchdown run, 28-21. So that loss, Kendall, like we said, makes it very important. These last couple of games, Chester County and Southside left for Lexington.
Yeah, we need Chester County to have a big night tonight as they play Lexington. And you never know what happens. I mean, it's like we talked about earlier with Chester County. I don't think we even saw a remotely close team as to what we've been seeing in the past, couple weeks up to when they played us. And then last week they had a big win, a big blowout win. So you just never know what team you're getting. They've definitely got the athletes to play with Lexington. So we need Chester County to have a big night.
Well, tonight, after the question I wanted to ask you, and I would ask Kurt too if he would be here, just kind of get your opinion on this, is you lose a tough game and you have to sit for a couple of weeks, and then you get a team that's haven't won a game all year, struggling, in Liberty coming here before another big contest and an opponent over in Milan at their home field over there. So, when you think about that, losing a game and having to wait 2 weeks, or winning a game with all the momentum and then having to wait a couple of weeks to play?
Oh, that's a tough scenario. I think we're in a tough scenario tonight. I think it's more so about just executing and not getting hurt. That's the biggest thing.
All right, the Pride is on the field. They're fixing to play the national anthem. Let's take a timeout. We'll be back with more. This is the Central Bank Tiger Pregame Show. We'll be back right after this. The national anthem has just been played by the Pride. They're lining up in the north end zone to form the power T as the Tigers are in the locker room. Liberty has gone through their warm-ups. They're over there in the locker room as well. So kind of a little bit of what we were talking about before we went off the air, playing after or having to wait after a loss or having to wait after a win. I understand having weeks off or a week off, but I always like that momentum, especially when you get in this time of year where we got 3 games left. No matter who your opponent is, right now is when you want to be hitting stride with the playoffs looming.
Yeah, and I agree with you. I'm gonna agree with you for the time being and say
thank you.
It's always good to stay in that routine and that groove. this is not the point in the season where you want to have to try to reestablish your routine and your groove. So it's easier to stay in it when you're hot and you're clicking. But I'm going to be real honest. Against Lexington, I feel like we haven't seen a very consistent ball game on both sides of the football yet, where we've been clicking on offense and defense at the same time. I think when we do see that, we're a team to watch out for because we could be pretty dangerous. But hopefully we see that team in the next couple weeks. Hopefully it's this week and next week, and then leading into the playoffs, and we can carry the momentum then and see how far we go.
Looking at other games in the region, Lexington will be at Chester County. That'll be a big ball game, and a lot of people will have their eyes on that game as they work through their game over there in Henderson, Tennessee, and McNary will be at Southside. Then Southside and Lexington will hook up in the last week of the season. Southside actually won that game and got themselves in the playoffs last year. Over in Region 5, Marshall County at Glen Cliff, Hillwood at Creekwood. Those games were played on Thursdays. I don't have a score for that. And then Lawrence County at Tullahoma, Pearl-Cohn at Greenbrier. That's a big game there as well on the other side of the region. A lot of those games will determine who comes here, and then if we can get a first-round win and we have to go on the road, where we'll go next. But that's kind of the way things are shaping up right now. The Tigers are making their way out into the north end zone as we're getting close to the kickoff. Let's take a quick break. You've been listening to the Tiger Pregame Show, brought to you by Central Bank. We'll be back right after this quick timeout. All right, welcome back to Jim Carroll Stadium. The Tigers are in the north end zone. The tee has been formed by the Pride. And Hardin County races through the tee, and it's football time in Hardin County. As they'll come out, they'll be in their all maroons, maroon shirt, maroon pants, maroon helmets. And looking to get back on track tonight. You know, Kendall, I guess another thing that I guess Coach Smith and his staff is concerned about, you talking about getting some consistency. Well, you kind of have a down game, and then you come to this game where you're playing a team that haven't won a game and trying to find that consistency and come out with the same fire that you would have if they were 7-0 at this point.
Right. I think that's the most difficult part. But I think your consistency in a game like this is just going to be how well you execute the game plan. If that all goes to plan and we execute like we should, you're just going to see the starters for the first half, and maybe not even the first half. So I think that's going to be our measuring stick for tonight in regards to how we play as a team.
Looking at the captains, it's Jaquan Keel, Carter Smith, Caleb McGee, and let me see, Terrell Estes for the Tigers. So, as Liberty comes out, they're making their way out. Their captains are on the other side is Devon Napier and also Rashawn Williamson. So they'll meet out at the eye of the Tiger. We'll take a timeout. When we come back, we'll have the opening kickoff. You're listening to Tiger Football right here on 93.5 FM. Back after this. What a great scene out at the toss as a Tidwell family out there, Josh and his son, as they lost their wife, Cassie, to breast cancer. And so what a touching scene and what an awesome scene to let that little man go out there and be a part of the toss. Of course, Josh was an outstanding football player here back in the day, and got to see him play a lot of football here for Hardin County, and as he runs off the field. So what a great gesture by Hardin County, the staff and Coach Smith and his staff allowing that to happen tonight. All right, Liberty is, I think, going to make their way out on to the field. They won the toss, and they deferred to the second half. So we'll take another timeout. You're listening to Hardin County football. When we come back, I think we'll have the kickoff. We'll be back right after this. All right, welcome back to Jim Carroll Stadium. As Liberty comes out, they'll kick to the Tigers. Back deep is Tylen Irvin. Kicking off is Jordan Neely for the Crusaders. Wearing black pants, white jerseys, and a black helmet tonight. And he approached the football, and it's a low end-over-end kick and goes out of bounds over there on their sideline. So the Tigers will have it. First down, 1st and 10. At their own 35-yard line, Carter Smith brings the offense out. Irvin will be your tailback. Cameron Heyman will be one wide out. Braden Wilkes, another one, and looks like
Jack Gray.
Jack Gray. As Carter will empty the backfield to start this first drive. They got a tight formation, right and left. 3-man front for the Crusaders. Here comes a man in motion. They're going to give it to him near side. That's Irving. Gets outside at the 40, at the 45, turns upfield at the 50, lowers his head at the 45, and he's run out of bounds. And that's enough for Hardin County Bank first down on play number 1.
Good hard run by Irvin. Got that right side sealed off with some good blocks. And he breaks away for a big run on first down.
So it'll be first down, 1st and 10 at the 41 of the Crusaders. Smith now will send 3 receivers left, one here to the near side. Irvin stands to his left. They're going from the north to the south end zone. Here's a snap. Quick throw. Complete outside to Grays at the 40, 35. Gets outside at the 25, going down the sideline, lowers his head at about around the 5-yard line. That's where they're going to spot him down out of bounds.
I mean, it's just some good blocking out there on the outside edge, and it freed him up to make a big run down the sideline. I mean, it just – those blocks were just – they sealed off the defenders and let him run free.
So it'll be another Hardin County Bank first down. It'll be 1st and goal from the 6. So 2 plays, and the Tigers are in business at the 6-yard line of Liberty. Here's a snap, handoff Irving. Left side, breaks a tackle there, looking for the end zone, dives forward, and it'll be a touchdown, Tylen Irving. Went in untouched, broke a couple of tackles. I think he ran through a couple of arm tackles. And basically untouched as he goes into the end zone. So 3 plays, and the Tigers are on the board, 6-0.
That's how we draw it up. Execution, execution.
Nolan Foster will kick. Carter Smith to hold. Snap is down. The kick is up, and the kick is good. 11:31 to go here in the first quarter. The Tigers strike first. 7-0 our score. We'll take a timeout. You're listening to Hardin County Football right here on 93.5 FM. That touchdown brought to you by Justin Reynolds Law Firm, and the scoring drive was 3 plays.
65 yards.
65 yards. Irving goes in from 6 yards out, and that was powered by Jones Motor Company in Savannah. So Foster will put it down at his 40. Back deep is Neely. And also Napier Smith for the Crusaders.
Still trying to get lined up.
So Foster approaches the ball, a high end-over-end kick. It's short. It's going to be taken at the 30. They put it on the ground. Looks like a Hardin County Tiger jumped on it, but they're going to say it's the Crusaders' ball. Blankenship was down there. I thought he had jumped all over it. But somehow or another, they came up with it.
That's a tough way to catch a pooch kick. Over the shoulder, Willie Mays style.
So it'll be first down, 1st and 10, Crusaders at their own 29-yard line. It looks like Williamson will be the quarterback. So Williamson will bring them to the line. With Marshall at tailback. 2 receivers to the right, 1 here to the near side. Here's a snap. Looking downfield, fires, and I think it was complete.
Yep.
It was. As they got it to Neely. A pickup of about 5 on play number 1.
Yep, just a quick little hitch route there on the outside linebacker, and it was a good pass and good completion.
So it'll be 2nd down, 2nd and 5 for the Tigers. 7-0 our score. Tigers went 3 plays right down the field. Here's a snap. They'll give it to the wide receiver coming around the right side, and he's going to have enough for the first down. He's going to have more than that as he goes inside the 50 into Tiger territory on the fly sweep.
What's the call there? The same face mask or unnecessary roughness or what?
Well, they threw him out of bounds. It is
horse collar. I don't think that was a horse collar.
So a personal foul against the Tigers, and once again, man, when we get a penalty, we get it at the wrong time, and it's always a doozy, it seems like, or the last couple of games that we played. That was Williamson on the carry. Or excuse me, Napier Smith on the carry. Now they'll go Two receivers here to the near side, one to the far side. Shotgun formation. Here's a snap. They'll give it to the tailback. Has some running room, and he'll get down to about the 31.
I think they're doing everything that they had planned out to do right now. I mean, they've got positive yards on 3 straight plays.
Gain of a couple on the play. It'll be second down, 2nd and 8. Rashawn Williamson at tailback. Marshall is a tailback. Here's a snap, looking to throw. Fires, and this time it's knocked down by Sam Tanner as he was trying to get it to Napier Smith, another one of those little quick
almost could have been intercepted.
Patterns. Hitters, whatever. Yeah, I need something plugged up. Third down, 3rd and 8. Ball at the Tiger 31-yard line. Here's a snap. Fires downfield. This time he'll overshoot his intended receiver, Napier Smith. Try to get him right around the 20-yard line. That'll bring up 4th down. I'm sure they'll go for it. 4th down, 4th and 7.
Double coverage there. Just nothing going on that route. Tried to run a little slant right there behind the outside linebacker, and it was covered up. Nowhere to go with it.
4th down, 4th and 8. The Crusaders started this drive at their own 29, and they quickly got into Tiger territory on a couple of big runs and a penalty that helped as well. 2 receivers to the right, 1 here to the near side. 4-man front for the Tigers. Shotgun formation, tailback to the left. Here's a snap, straight drop, looking, now coming under pressure, rolling to his left. He's just going to throw it out of bounds. And they'll turn it over on downs, and the Tigers will have it. First down, 1st and 10 at their own 31. Nobody to go to, so he just threw it over here out of bounds, right at the 20-yard line.
On 4th down, you think he'd give it a shot downfield.
Might try to sling it downfield and just see what happens.
So it'll be 1st down, 1st and 10, Hardin County at their own 31-yard line. Smith will bring them out. He'll send Rose and McGee to his left. Gray and Heyman here to the near side. Here's a snap. Smith looking, under pressure, fires down the sideline. He's got Heyman wide open at the 40-yard line, and then he drops it out of bounds. It was too easy.
Yeah, struggled to get coverage out there on Heyman, and then he wasn't even going to run a go route. And then I think Carter kind of forced him into it, but that's a ball that's got to be caught 10 out of 10 times.
So incomplete. And that'll bring up 2nd down, 2nd and 10. Hardin County comes to the line, 3-man front for the Crusaders. Now they'll go tight diamond formation to the right. Irvin, the tailback, to his left. Here's a snap. He'll give it to Irvin, trying the right side. Has some blocking out front. He's at the 40. Gets a block at the 45. He's at the 50. Going down the sideline at the 30. He's at the 20. And he's going to be knocked out of bounds. And right at the 16-yard line. So another big run by Irvin. And that'll be a Hardin County Bank 1st and 10.
And I tell you what frees up that big run there is that combo block by, I think, Gray and McGee on the outside. Pancake block, both their guys, and it really gave Irvin the edge there.
So it'll be 1st down, 1st and 10 at the Crusaders' 16-yard line after the run by Irving. Smith brings them to the line. 3 receivers left, 1 here to the near side. Here's a snap, looking left. Fires, complete. At the 15, 10, that's Heyman. And he's just dragging Crusaders across the 5 to about the 4-yard line.
Yeah, just a quick little screen out there to Heyman and letting Gray block in front of him and almost scored as he came up just a few yards shy.
So it'll be 1st and goal from the 2-yard line. 7-0 our score. Tigers trying to tack on another one here in the first. 9:02 to go. Shotgun formation, 2 receivers wide to the right, 1 to the far side. Here's a snap. Irvin looking for the end zone. No signal yet. And now here comes a penalty marker as he was stopped, I think, right about the goal line. Well, his helmet is off. Tylen's helmet came off, so he'll have to come out for at least a play. So let's see what the penalty flag is. There's 2 of them out there, as a matter of fact.
We're running off the field like we scored.
Face mask, and it is a touchdown. They never gave a signal whether he went in or not. The penalty flags come flying, and it was against the Crusaders, and Irvin has another touchdown. That touchdown brought to you by Reynolds Law Firm here in Savannah. Foster will come out for the extra point. Smith will hold. Here's the snap. It's down. The kick is up. And the kick is good. 14-0 our score. 8:42 to go here in the first quarter. We'll take a quick timeout. You're listening to Hardin County Football right here on 93.5 FM.
Scoring drive powered by Jones Motor Company. The Tigers go 5 plays, 69 yards, capped off with a 2-yard touchdown run by Irvin. And we extend our lead to 14-0 here early in the first quarter.
Well, the Tigers have come out running and throwing and have built a 14-0 lead with 8:42 to go. Foster will come in and kick the penalty.
Do we kick it deep here?
I would think so. The face mask penalty is being assessed on the kickoff, so we're going to spot it at their 45. Is where Nolan will kick from. So this is an opportunity for him to get it in the end zone right here. So Foster lines it down on their 45. And he pooches it. Here's a high end-over-end kick to the 15. They'll take it there, running back across the field to the right. Breaks the tackle. Now he's got some running room, and he'll be tripped up at the 30-yard line. You know, we talked about this pooch kick and the way they've been returning it. You know, they're taking it from one side and going to the other side, and we're kind of not in our lanes.
And it's happened multiple games in a row. That's not going to work later in the year. Letting them get the outside edge and get around the entire side of our kickoff team.
Well, I don't know why you wouldn't kick it deep there unless you're just working on your pooch kicking. But they get a good return out of it. They've got it first down, 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line. Williamson brings them to the line. He'll send 2 receivers now. A 3rd receiver will go to his right. 4-man front for the Tigers. Now man comes back in motion near side. Here's a snap. Hand off to his tailback, and this time he's hit in the backfield and wrestled to the ground. And that's Kevin Tarver, Jr. on the tackle.
Yeah, he blew that up in the backfield. Just a little off-right run play, and Tarver just came right around his man and made the tackle.
Loss of a yard, so it'll be 2nd down, 2nd and 11 for the Crusaders. Good crowd on hand for Pink Out. Really good tailgate party this afternoon. Big crowd out there in the Tiger Walk. Next week, the Tigers will be on the road. We'll be in Milan, Tennessee to take on the Bulldogs. Here's a snap. Williamson drops back, looking downfield, winds up, fires down into double coverage, and it's going to fall incomplete at about the 45-yard line. That'll bring up 3rd down, 3rd and 11. Alexander was the intended receiver for the Crusaders. So Williamson's got a pretty good arm. He winds up. He's not. Well, what would you say you go? About $125 maybe weight? Buck 30?
Yeah, he could run through a rainstorm and come out dry. He's not very big.
So now they'll send 3 receivers to the left, tailback to his left. Here's a quick throw, and it's going to be dropped. As Napier Smith dropped it. And that'll bring up 4th down, and now they'll bring in the punter. Dolphin. So Dolphin stands back at about his 16-yard line. Braden Wilkes back deep for Hardin County.
I'd like to see Braden return one if he gets the opportunity.
They're already running clock.
So 4th down, 4th and 11. The Crusaders setting up to punt. Here's a high snap, no rush, and it'll be a low spinner. Wilkes will take it at the 45. Moving to his right. He has blockers out there. He's at the 45, 40. Cuts at the 35, 30. Gets outside. He's headed down the sideline. Touchdown, Braden Wilkes.
I don't want to say it, but I think I called it.
He took it on a roll, moved to the right side, made a couple of moves, got to the sideline, and then took it to the house. And the Tigers are on top, 20-0.
We need to see it. Hey, you know who that would get fired up is Kurt Carroll.
Well, he's blindfolded and duct taped somewhere in East Tennessee.
I hope he saw that.
6:13 to go here in the first quarter, and the Tigers build their lead to 20-0. Nolan Foster in to kick the extra point. Here's a snap. It's down. There's a flag. And let's see what this is. Either they jumped or we jumped, or they got too many players. They're counting players. And it is a legal substitution. They have 12 on the field. Can you take the points and decline it?
Did they blow it dead, though, before he kicked it?
No, kind of simultaneously. And they're going to we get to decline it. The extra, now they're going to make us kick it. So the Tigers were coming off the field. Now they hustle back out as Foster will line back up. Here's a snap. It's down. The kick is up, and the kick is good. 6:13 to go here in the first quarter. 21-0 our score. You're listening to Hardin County football right here on 93.5 FM. We'll be back with more right after this quick timeout.
Scoring play powered by Jones Motor Company. Braden Wilkes takes the punt 55 yards for a touchdown to extend Hardin County's lead to 21-0.
So Foster will line it up at the 40. He approaches the football. It's a high end-over-end kick that will be taken at the 25 this time. At the 30, breaks a tackle there and then pushes a pile forward across the 35 to about the 36. Peyton Strickland was right there on top of him, and somehow or another he slipped away from him and picked up about 6 or 7 more yards. They'll spot it at the 36 where they'll have it first down, 1st and 10. Liberty trailing 21-0 with 6:05 to go here in the first quarter. So as Liberty offense tries to get lined up, they'll send a receiver to the right, 2 here to the near side. They're going from the north to the south. Marshall, the tailback. Williamson, the quarterback. Marshall stands to Williamson's left. Here's a snap, straight drop. Looking, fires, and it's going to be incomplete as they try to get Neely on an out route. as Sam Tanner was able to knock it away. That'll bring up second down, 2nd and 10. Williamson brings them to the line. His tailback to his left. 2 receivers here to the near side, 1 to the far side, 4-man front for the Tigers. Here's a snap. He'll give it to his tailback, trying the right side. He's going to be hit and knocked down. That's Hayden Tibble on the tackle for Hardin County. Picks up a couple of yards, and that'll bring up 3rd down, 3rd and 8 for the Crusaders. Hardin County on top, 21-0. They've had it 3 times. They've scored all 3 times with the ball.
You know, after a little bit of success there, I say that word lightly, for Liberty on their first drive, they've really hit a standstill.
So Williamson will bring them to the line. He'll send 2 receivers to his left, 1 to the far side, tailback to his right. Here's a snap. Looking left, looking now, fires over the middle, complete. And it falls on the ground, and now they're going to say it was incomplete. I thought he had it long enough. He got popped. Sam Tanner ended up on the football, but they're going to say it was incomplete. So it'll bring up 4th down, 4th and 8.
He has a dig route there, and he caught it. I don't know if he actually made a play or, made a move after he caught the football, but they ruled it an incompletion. Definitely close, though.
That was Napier Smith, the intended receiver, and now Dolphin will come out and punt it away. Back deep is Wilkes. As he returned the last one, he stands at his own 28. Here's a snap. This time it's a knuckleball type kick, angling out of bounds, and it goes into the Tigers' sideline. Let's see where they'll mark it. Well, he's going to mark it. Where is he marking it?
There's no way that's where it went out of bounds.
He's going to mark it at the 33-yard line. I think it went out about the 45. But they're marking it where it hit the ground, which was 3 or 4 yards outside. Yeah, into the bench of Hardin County. But anyway, not being greedy. 1st down, 1st and 10 Tigers at their own 32-yard line to start this drive. 2 receivers to the left. Now 3 to the left, 1 here to the near side. Here's a snap. Smith looking to throw. Heads it downfield. He's got Wilkes open at the 35. Makes a grab there, and he's going to be wrestled out of bounds at about the 28-yard line or 26-yard line. That'll be enough for Hardin County Bacon. 1st and 10 Tigers.
Just a go route down the sideline. Perfect ball. Good catch. Just stalled him up a little bit to where the DB and the safety were able to get down there and tackle him before he could break it to the end zone.
So it'll be 1st down, 1st and 10 Hardin County on the completion to Wilkes. The ball at the Crusaders' 26-yard line. 3 receivers left, 1 here to the near side. Here's a snap. They'll give it to Saunders. Right up the middle, has running room at the 20, at the 15. He's at the 10, inside the 10, down to about the 9.
Steve, I think you could have hit that hole right then. I don't know what
I might have hit it, but it would have been about the end of it. That'll be enough for Hardin County Bank. 1st down. They'll spot it. Is it 1st and goal from the 10, or is it outside the 10 at the 11? I can't really tell. They're putting up the, I guess, maybe a half a yard, about 10 and a half, I guess.
It's close.
1st down, 1st and 10 Tigers. Here's a snap. Handoff Saunders. Trying the right side, cuts it at the 5, into the end zone. Touchdown Tigers. Jacob Saunders, he gets his shot and goes in from 10 yards out, and the Tigers build their lead to 28-0 here in the first quarter with 3:24 to go. That touchdown brought to you by Justin Reynolds Law Firm. So Foster will come in to kick. Smith the hold. Snap is down. The kick is up. And the kick is good. 3:24 to go, first quarter. 28-0 our score. Hardin County on top. We'll take an orange bus on Flores. Timeout. We'll be back right after this.
Scoring drive powered by Jones Motor Company. Tigers go 3 plays, 68 yards, and a 10-yard touchdown run by Saunders.
Here's a high post kick. It's going to be caught, and the ball's going to be fumbled, and Ryan Weeks comes up with it. And the Tigers will have the football as I think that's a young man that attempted the run back. He's down on the ground. He may have got the wind knocked out of him. He is at about the 36-yard line. I want to remind you in the morning, your Sports Saturday starts right here on 93.5 FM with Coach to Coach. Doug Matthews and Dave McGinnis will get you set for the SEC schedule. And take a deep dive into Tennessee and Alabama coming up at 2:30 right here on 93.5 FM tomorrow afternoon. Following Coach to Coach will be Sports Talk. It'll be myself along with Coach Smith. We'll talk about tonight's game and get you set for next week as the Tigers go on the road to Milan, Tennessee and take on the Milan Bulldogs. That will be a 7 p.m. kick. And then at 12:30, the Ball Network will take over, and they'll take you all the way to kickoff between Tennessee and Alabama in Knoxville at 2:30. And while we got a minute talking about that game, a huge game, number 6 versus number 3. But for Hardin County fans, man, what a game last week by Luttrell that he had against LSU. And then got another huge opportunity this week.
Yeah, and it couldn't be happening to a better person, and I'm so happy for him. It just speaks a lot about him sticking it out up there at Tennessee, and now he's just getting a little bit of shining time, which he deserves.
So the injured player is being helped off the field, and it'll be Hardin County football, first down, 1st and 10 at the Crusaders' 37-yard line. Now they'll go into shotgun formation or tailback on either side of Carter. That's a new formation. Yep. Saunders and Wilkes in at tailback, 2 receivers to the left. Here's a snap. They'll give it to Wilkes, trying the right side. Has running room at the 35. He's at the 30. Gets bounced around and bounced out of bounds at about the 21 or 22-yard line.
Yeah, that's something a little new right there. Just go off tackle right, hand it to Wilkes, and let Saunders get out there and lead block for him. You know, it's hard to judge the success of that play off of this defensive front, but hopefully we continue to mix it up.
So it'll be enough for Hardin County Bank. 1st and 10, Tigers. Smith looks over to the sideline, gets a play. He'll send Gray, McGee, and Heyman to his left. Saunders, a tailback, to his right. Wilkes over here to the right side. Here's a snap. Looking left, complete to Heyman. He's at the 20. He's at the 15. He's at the 10. 5. Walks into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. That one was too easy there.
Yeah, effortless.
And another Crusader comes up limping, and he's going to make his way off the field. So Saunders will come out. Another Justin Reynolds Law Firm touchdown. And it's 34-0 with 2:57 to go here in the first quarter. Here's a snap. Nolan's kick is up, and it's good. 35-0 our score. We'll take a timeout. You're listening to Hardin County football right here on 93.5 FM. Back with more from Jim Carroll Stadium right after this.
Scoring drive powered by Jones Motor Company. The Tigers go 2 plays, 37 yards, capped off by a 25-yard touchdown pass from Carter Smith to Cam Heyman. That extends Hardin County's lead to 35-0 with 2:57 left in the first quarter.
A score of interest over in Chester County. Chester County leading Lexington 7-0 in the first quarter. Here's Foster's kick. This time a squib kick on the ground. It's fumbled around, picked up, and then Neely will slide in at the 34-yard line and down it there. It'll be first down, 1st and 10 Crusaders at the 34-yard line. They're on 34. Clock stopped, 2:51 to go here in the first. You would think with a score we'd be late in the fourth quarter, but we were wondering about the clock. It's not running, and I think that they only start running that in the second half. So anyway, it'll be first down, 1st and 10 Crusaders. Williamson brings them out. 2 receivers to the right, 1 here to the near side, 4-man front. Here's a snap, straight drop. Looking, fires outside, complete to Neely, and a good play by Sam Tanner as he immediately takes him to the ground. And Neely's helmet comes off, so he'll have to leave for one play.
Yeah, just an out route there by Neely, and Tanner was just right on his back hip and made a great play as soon as he made the catch. A gain of just a couple yards there.
Pickup of about 3. It'll be second down. 2nd and 7 from the Crusaders' 37. 2 receivers right, 1 to the near side. High snap, a little bit under pressure. Now he'll dump it inside, and it's going to fall incomplete as he tried to get Alexander coming across the middle. The snap threw the timing off there for Williamson.
Alexander was actually pretty open if he would have just taken a little bit of zip off the pass.
So that'll bring up third down, 3rd and 7 for the Crusaders. Williamson brings them to the line, 3 receivers left, to the right, 4-man front. Here's a snap, straight drop, looking that way, fires over the middle, and it's going to fall incomplete, a little too high. Strickland on the coverage as he tried to get Napier Smith coming across from the right side to the left, and just couldn't get a hold of it. And that'll bring up 4th down, 4th and 7, and Dolphin will come out to punt again. They keep this up, they'll have to ice his leg down tonight.
Yeah, he's going to get a workout.
Wilkes will go back to the 35. That's where he'll await the punt. He's already returned 1 in the game so far. Now they're trying to get everybody lined up. They don't have, would you say they've got 30 players over there, if that much?
It's 28 from what I counted pregame. Yeah. Not many.
So it'll be 4th down, 4th and 7 for the Crusaders. Dolphin stands at his 25-yard line. Here's a snap, rolling on the ground, no pressure. He'll get it away, and it's a line drive, spiraling kick. Takes a Crusader bounce at about the 10. Wilkes picks it up at the 5. He's going to try to return it. He's at the 15, gets to the outside at the 20, and then he'll be wrestled down at about the 23-24-yard line by Alexander. Man, that ball, it was
almost looked like we were on turf.
Yeah, low line drive, hit at the 30-yard line, and then when it hit, it just
took off.
Took about a 10-yard bounce in the air.
About 20.
And got inside the 10 to the 5. A good heads-up play by Braden as he picked it up and made something out of nothing. Got it out of here to the 25, where it'll be first down, 1st and 10, Hardin County at their own 25-yard line. 2 receivers left, 1 here to the near side. Irving back in at tailback, 3-man front. Here's a snap, looking to throw. Fires, complete to Heyman. He's at the 35, makes a spinning move at the 40 to the 45. It'll be knocked down. He'll be knocked down at the 47, but a flag came in right where holding usually is, and I think this one is coming back. And it is. So they're holding against Hardin County. Good run after the catch by Cam, but all for naught. So they'll spot it back at the 15-yard line, where it'll be second down. Second and 20. Or excuse me, 15. Or first down. Here's a snap. They give it to Heyman. Trying to get outside. He does now at the 20-yard line. Then he's going to be knocked down from behind as he gets close to the 24. It was first down and 20. I was right the first time. I shouldn't trust the chains over.
That was a good play by their defensive end.
A pickup almost back to the original line of scrimmage, where it'll be second down, second and 11 now, as they'll spot the ball at the 24. 56 seconds to go here in the first quarter. 35-0 our score. Hardin County on top. Here's a snap. Looking to throw. Throws it underneath to Irving as he goes across the 25. Hit there, still on his feet. Here comes a flag. I mean, a dart comes in from the 50-yard line.
Got a face mask or horse collar one.
As Irving was just spinning around, he picked up a hard-fought 3 or 4 yards. Personal foul, face mask against the Crusaders.
I think every referee threw their flag right then.
That one came in about 20 yards. Lost it.
Got a good arm.
So they'll march it out to the 42-yard line. That'll be enough for a first down. So it'll be first down, first and 10 at our 42 after the face mask. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the far side. Here's a snap. They fake a handoff, looking, fires downfield. There's Heyman, and just out of his hands at the 20-yard line.
I mean, he catches that. The standard for him, he catches that more times than not. I don't know what factored into that miss.
So that'll bring up second down, second and 10. 10 seconds to go. Clock stopped on the incomplete pass. Now they'll send trips to the right. That's Gray, Weeks, and Heyman. And London Rose will be over there to the far side. Irvin, the tailback, stands to the right of Smith. 3-man front for the Crusaders. Now they look like they want to blitz. Here they come. They'll get it out quickly to Gray. And a good play there by Napier Smith as he came up and made the stop on Gray after a pickup of a couple.
Yeah, Coach Smith's not too happy with Cam there. He just little effort on the block for Gray.
So that'll be the end of the first quarter after 1 quarter of play. Hardin County in control, 35-0. You're listening to Tiger Football right here on your voice of Hardin County Sports 93.5 FM. We'll be back with the second quarter when we return. Welcome back to Jim Carroll Stadium. Steve Cornell along with Kendall Atkinson. You're listening to Hardin County football. Third down, 3rd and 9. Smith rears back, fires over the middle. He's got Gray running down the hash marks, and it's going to be enough for Hardin County Bank 1st and 10 Tigers.
Yeah, great throw and catch there. Seam route by Gray down the side, middle of the field, and a little back shoulder pass from Carter, and a great catch to pick up the first down.
So it'll be first down, 1st and 10 at the Crusaders 42. Here's a snap, handoff, Irving. Left side, has running room. He's at the 35, makes a cut there at the 30, inside the 30 down to about the 27. And that'll be enough for Hardin County Bank 1st and 10 Tigers. As Tylen has piled up some yards here in this first half.
Testament to our offensive line. They're doing what they should be doing. They're kind of pushing this defensive front around and opening up a lot of gaps for Irvin to run through.
Coming up at halftime, it'll be the Central Bank halftime report, also the Tiger report. Haley Hardin will be in up here, and we'll get you caught up on all the other sports action around Hardin County High School. Right now, first down, 1st and 10. Here's a snap, empty backfield. Back to throw, fires over the middle, complete at the 10, 5, makes a move at the goal line. Into the end zone goes Braden Wilkes. Man, he made him put a punishing blow on the safety as he came up. And what a grab right around the 15-yard line.
Yeah.
And then he took it to the house, and the Tigers go up 41-zip.
Yeah, nice dig route, hit him right in stride, perfect pass, great catch, and then to cap that off with a good hard run into the end zone.
Foster comes in. I was talking about their punter having to put his leg on ice. Nolan may have to get an ice bath tonight. Extra point is up and good. That touchdown brought to you by Reynolds Law Firm. We'll take a Orange Blossom Florist timeout. We'll tell you your score, 42-zip, Hardin County on top. We'll be back with more after this.
Scoring drive powered by Jones Motor Company. The Tigers go 7 plays, 85 yards, a 29-yard touchdown pass from Carter Smith to Braden Wilkes, and that extends the Tigers' lead to 42-0.
Here's Foster's kickoff. This time they'll ask for a fair catch. He was waving his hand, and then no whistle blew, and then he'll just take a knee at the 32. That's Neely. So the Crusaders will have it first down, 1st and 10. At their own 32-yard line with 10:37 to work with here in the first half. Hardin County on top here at Pink Out Night, 42-zip. Next week, we will be in Marlin, Tennessee, and it'll be a much different animal that we'll tackle over there as the Tigers and the Bulldogs will hook up. That's been a great series. They defeated us over there a couple of years ago. We got them here last year. And then we'll travel back over there to play on the turf at their new football stadium. Great tradition over there. Fun to go over there and play. Here's a high snap. Fires. Complete. And that's Napier Smith. Makes a move to the 35. Picks up about 3 on the reception. So looking forward to that trip over there, and then we'll come back home for the last regular season game as Pure Academy will come in from Memphis, Tennessee to take on the Tigers. It'll be senior night in a couple of weeks. So what about Pure Academy? We have no idea.
No idea. Mystery team.
Second down, 2nd and 7. Williamson in the shotgun formation. Here's a snap. Quick throw to the outside, complete, and he'll just fall forward. I don't know that we had anybody over there, but he took a dive to about the 36-yard line. He anticipated being hit and just thought about just going ahead and hitting the turf.
He took that out of the equation.
Yep, 3rd down, 3rd and 7. 9:34 to go here in the first half. 4-man front for Hardin County. As Williamson will send 2 receivers left, one out here to the near side. His tailback stands to his right. Here's a snap, straight drop, rolls left, still rolling. Now he'll flip it downfield, enough for a first down as he gets Napier Smith down the sideline, and it'll be a first down at the 45. And the Tigers that time, somebody lost him.
Yeah.
He came out of the backfield and snuck out toward the sideline, and a good play by Williamson to pick him up.
Quarterback scrambles left, and our corner came up trying to make the tackle, and he just dumped it right over our corner, and they pick up the first down.
So it'll be first down, 1st and 10 Crusaders at their own 45. Here's a snap. Looking right, fires, and it's going to be broken up by Blankenship. Had him open for just a second.
Yeah, really good pass.
That was Alexander, the intended receiver. So that'll bring up 2nd down, 2nd and 10. Williamson brings them to the line. Marshall, the tailback, stands to his right. Receiver left, 2 here to the near side. They're going from the north to the south. Now they'll move his tailback to his left. Here's a snap. Straight drop. Under pressure. Fires. Ball is tipped in the air. Intercepted by Tanner. He's got it at the 50-yard line. Breaks the tackle there. Going down the sideline at the 30. Got one man to beat at the 20. Runs over him at the 15, 10, 5. Touchdown. Really didn't go into the end zone, but he must have stepped out of bounds.
Oh, my goodness. Are they saying he stepped out?
I'm assuming.
I thought he was cutting it short.
I know one thing.
That poor kid.
He had one man to beat, and that one man to beat, Sam, hit him like a ram. And, I mean, just put him to the turf, and the crowd over here came alive, and the Tiger sideline came alive as well.
Oh, my goodness. I wish we could have a little bit of an instant replay on that one.
Well, you can. You can watch the archive on YouTube Slice 93 tonight.
I set that up nice.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, that was big time.
That's worth watching, that run. Might need to put Sam back there at tailback.
Yeah, no kidding.
Timeout now as the Crusaders. I think their coach is talking to a couple of the officials over there. 8:46 to go. Let's take a timeout with them. This timeout brought to you by Orange Blossom Florist. 32-0 our score. Hardin County on top. We'll be back right after this. Here's a snap to Smith. Quick throw to Rose. Had him open. Looked up field and dropped it right at the 12-yard line. Man, I tell you what, there was a lot in that interception, but that run by Sam Tanner
oh my goodness,
was something to see. He did step out of bounds. The bad thing is he stepped out of bounds at the 19. That poor fellow was at the 10. And got hit. Yeah. And Kendall was wondering why he didn't run into the end zone, but I think he knew he stepped out of bounds. Here's a snap, handoff, Irving, left side, has a gaping hole at the 15, gets outside at the 10, 5 into the end zone, touchdown, Tylen Irving. And the Tigers build their lead to 48-0 with 8:29 to go here in the second. Well, I'll say one thing. We ain't let up any. I mean, we're running our offense, and that's what I like to see. Here's a snap. It's down. Foster's kick is up, and it's good. 8:29 to go here in the first half. 49-0 our score. You're listening to Tiger Football right here on 93.5 FM. Back after this 30-second timeout. All right, welcome back to Jim Carroll Stadium. Steve Cornell along with Kendall Atkinson and our manager Robin Smith. As the Tigers on top 49-0. Kirk is on assignment. So we've told his family. Nolan Foster will put it down at the 40-yard line. He's actually with Kendall's father and
they left us.
And a couple more, and Robin's brother, and Kendall's uncle, and they left me and Kendall here. We're a lot more fun than the ones that are there. So here's a kickoff taken at the 10. It's at the 15, and then he'll be wrestled down there as he'll get to the 19-yard line. So it'll be first down, 1st and 10 Crusaders.
Score of interest, Steve, at halftime, Chester County 7, Lexington 0. Something to pay close attention to.
That's what we were talking about. Okay, so let's say they go ahead and win this game. You got a 3-way tie at the top.
Is it head-to-head, though?
Did it go head-to-head, or?
Huh.
Lexington beat us. We beat Chester. Chester beat. Now, Southside, yeah. Well, they still got some time to go there, but first down, 1st and 10. Williamson will hand it off to his tailback, trying the right side, and he's going to be knocked down. That's Tibble on the tackle. That was Greer on the carry. He's a thick young man. He looks like a typical running back over there. Sort of stocky build.
Yeah. Hard runner. Just didn't have a whole lot of support in front of him.
2 receivers here to the near side, 1 to the far side. 4-man front for the Tigers. Here's a snap. Goes off of Williamson's chest, and he'll have to just lay on it. That one, that time, he wasn't expecting it. It came back there like a good fastball. And he fumbles it at his 10-yard line. So that'll bring up 3rd down, 3rd and a bunch.
A little bit dysfunctional for Liberty on the offensive side of the football.
So 3rd down, 3rd and 18 for the Crusaders. 6:57 to go here in the first half. Here's a snap. Williamson drops, now rolls to the right. He's going to tuck it and run. He's got a little bit of running room. Now he'll fire in the middle of the field. The ball was tipped in the air. We think we got an interception. Now the whistle blows. That's Strickland with it.
We got somebody hurt.
Well, I thought
sure who that is down.
Where is he?
He's right there behind their line of scrimmage. He's got his.
That ain't McGee, is it?
No, that's not McGee. Is that our center?
So the Tigers have an injured player back at the 5-yard line.
Yeah, but he plays center, doesn't he?
No, Estes is a center.
He plays right guard.
Oh, okay, I got you.
So it's Kelly back there, and they're working on his knee.
This is his first year back, so he missed all last season.
Gotcha.
He was talking to Coach Smith, and I think he got twisted up. He's getting up now. And I say he's walking off on his own power, but not too well. Now they're going to help him off. That's what we didn't need.
We didn't need that right there. That's what we're trying to avoid.
Well, anyway, on the rollout, I thought the quarterback was going to run because he was well past the line of scrimmage.
Yeah,
and then he threw the football, and, of course, the flag's down over here. But it'll be Hardin County football at the 28-yard line.
Do you know who picked that off, Steve?
Well, Strickland came out with it, but they blew the whistle. Were they saying he was down? Or I thought they were calling it incomplete, but they're spotting it right where I have no idea. I mean, he was still on his feet running, and they blew the whistle, and he acted kind of frustrated. So here's Smith with the snap, flips it out to Wilkes, and it's going to go off his fingertips and incomplete. So to bring up second down, 2nd and 10. 49-0 our score. 5:48 to go here in the first half. Two receivers to the right, one here to the near side. Saunders in at tailback. 3-man front for the Crusaders. Here's a snap. Handoff Saunders, right side, has running room, cuts it back to the middle of the field at the 20-yard line, spinning around at the 15, and then fights his way close to the 12. That'll be enough for Hardin County making 1st and 10 Tigers. Good run by Jacob Saunders.
Good run by Saunders. Man, he's quick. He hits that hole quick.
He gets some weight on him. He's going to be hard to handle in a couple of years. So that'll be first down, 1st and 10 from the 12. Two receivers right, one here to the near side. Man comes in motion. They'll fake it to him. Looking left, has a man open in the end zone. McGee, touchdown, Tigers. They showed him a lot of eye candy, and McGee was in the end zone wide open. And the Tigers have put 55 up here in the first quarter, or excuse me, first half. So I would say that you probably have seen all of the first team.
They are done.
That you're going to see. Here's a snap. It's down. Here's the kick. And the kick is up and good. 5:04 to go here in the first half. 56-0 our score. We'll take a timeout. You're listening to Tiger Football right here on 93.5 FM. All right, welcome back to Jim Carroll Stadium. Pink out night here, as October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and Tiger fans decked out in pink. Players wearing pink. Foster hits a spinner. It's going to be taken at the 25-yard line, fumbled around there. Now he'll move to his left, and he's going to be blasted.
Man.
At the 25, who got him? That's Tidwell.
Tidwell. Man, he blew him up. Great tackle.
So first down, 1st and 10. We were talking about the Crusaders. One thing you got to say about them, these kids, they've been beaten like this just about every game, and they keep showing up. We're late in the season. And, my hat's off to them.
Yeah, respectable. That in itself.
Football is not an easy sport. You got to love it. And to come and know that you're probably going to get this kind of game each and every Friday night.
Yeah, absolutely.
Williamson gets a snap. He'll hand it off to his tailback right up the middle. He's hit and taking some Tigers for a ride across the 30 to the 31. Tarver was on the initial hit, and then a whole host of Tigers.
Probably their most successful run of the night. Despite their first drive, they had a few big runs.
That's Greer. He's a low senior tailback for the Crusaders. Now 2 receivers here to the near side, 1 on the far side. Tailback stands to the right of Williamson in the shotgun formation. Here's a snap. He'll give it to his tailback again. This time he'll be met in the hole. That's,
I think it's Stout.
Yeah, Stout on the tackle, met him right in the hole and drove him back. Well, they're going to give him the original line of scrimmage right at the 30.
One thing, Steve, they've got quite a few seniors on their roster too, which is a testament, like you said, about having some passion about them. I mean, they've been doing this for years on end, and I mean, just says a lot about those seniors on their team.
Well, we were talking about, the success of Liberty's football program. 5 years or less, they were in the state championship game. Here is a snap. Hits his receiver in the backfield, or his tailback, looking for running room, spinning around, and then he's going to be swallowed up. They're going to give him a line of gain at the 31. And now here comes a flag from the back judge.
A little shoving going on by one of their guys.
And we'll see what this flag is about.
Yeah, it's going to be on
I think it was, it was pre-COVID, so it had, it was at least 4 or 5 years ago. They had an outstanding team. They had actually made it, I think, to the championship game. And then that next summer, their head coach took another job, and things just kind of have fallen apart.
I think that'd be saying it nicely.
But they've been hit, too, with all the stuff that's going on over there in Jackson with the school systems and kids being able to kind of move and go where they want to go. Not only there, but in basketball as well. They had some state championships in basketball and baseball. They had a really good baseball team, good girls basketball program. And so all that is taking a hit. And I think it's kind of the same issue as when we were over at Jackson Southside, because JCM is back in session now. They're trying to get kids to get in that program and that school system. So now you can't move around. You've got to go within your area where you live. And so that's all these schools are taking a hit. We got a timeout on the field. 2:49 to go here in the first half. 56-zip our score. You're listening to Hardin County football right here on 93.5 FM. We'll take a timeout with them back after this. All right, welcome back to Jim Carroll Stadium. Steve Cornell along with Kendall Atkinson. Want to remind you in the morning your Sports Saturday starts with Coach to Coach at 8 a.m., followed by Sports Talk. I'll be in with Coach Smith. We'll talk about tonight's game. and get you set for next week as we'll head to Milan, Tennessee. That'll be at 9, and then the Vol Network takes over at 12:30. And then they'll lead you up to the kickoff between Alabama and Tennessee at 2:30 right here on 93.5 FM. Dolphin in the punt. And he gets this one out of here, angling toward his sideline and out of bounds.
Some would call that a shank, Steve.
Yeah, well, I wish he hadn't said that. That's hard to get out of your head.
You playing golf tomorrow?
No, I'm not.
Not after I said that.
Not after you said that. 2:34 to go in the first half. Coming up, your Central Bank halftime show. As we'll go through the scoring plays of the first half, get you set for the second half. Also, Haley Hardin will be in. And she'll get you caught up on all the other action going on at Hardin County High School this past week. 2 receivers left, one on the far side. Here's a snap. Handoff to Saunders. Gets outside at the 20. He's at the 10. He's at the 5. He's in the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. Brody Ivy in the game now for the Tigers, but this one is coming back as there's a flag at the 28, and that is going to be a hold. So Brody Ivy in the game now for Hardin County at quarterback. So Carter Smith's night's done. I think he's put up enough numbers.
Yeah, to say the least.
So it'll be first down, 1st and 15. They'll spot the ball back at the 35. Rose out there to the right. 3 receivers here to the near side. Gray, Weeks, and Heyman. Here's a snap. Brody is going to be picked off at the 40. He's at the 50. He's at the 40, going down the sideline at the 30, and he's going to be knocked out of bounds at about the 20-yard line. He read that one all the way. That's Neely. And he jumped the route and almost took it to the house with 2:11 to go here in the first half.
Did we have a guy out there?
We had 3 out there, yeah. He was there. He was there. Neely just beat him.
Read that like a book.
Yeah, he read that. Well, we've run that play several times. That time he wasn't fooled, and he just went after the football. So it'll be first down, 1st and 10 Crusaders at the Tiger 24-yard line with 2:11 to go here in the first half. If they score here, they'll get the kickoff to start the third quarter. So we need to get them right here. Williamson in a shotgun formation. He'll pitch it to his receiver coming back in front of him, looking for some running room. He's going to be knocked down. Sam Tanner was the initial hit. Also, a whole bunch of Tigers over there. Gray on the tackle as well. He comes up out of the pile. And also Stout for Hardin County. Clock running, 1:47 to go here in the half. Crusaders not in any hurry. They'll send 2 receivers to the left, 1 here to the near side. Greer, the tailback. He'll stand to the left of Williamson. Here's a snap, straight drop. Here comes Strickland. He hits him, and he just barely got that one out of his hand as Strickland came just flying from the left side. And Williamson is smarting a little bit after that one. Clock stops, 1:19 to go here in the half. 3rd down, 3rd and 9 from the Tigers' 19-yard line. Williamson brings them to the line. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. Greer, the tailback, stands to his left. 4-man front for Hardin County. Here's a snap, straight drop. A little bit of pressure now. He'll get it out to the outside. Makes the grab at the 20. Still on his feet at the 10, 5, and runs it down close to the goal line. We couldn't get him down, and here comes a flag.
There's going to be a hold.
Play. Man, that was a great run.
Great catch and run.
Napier Smith for the Crusaders. Showed some speed as well.
Yeah, got upfield quick.
But it's all going to come back as there's going to be holding on the Crusaders. Third down, 3rd and 9. And they'll move the ball back, to about the 21, 22?
21, 22.
So it'll be 3rd down, 3rd and about 13 now for the Crusaders. Clock running, under a minute to go. Now we're here in the first half. Williamson brings them to the line. Receiver right and left. Here's a snap, straight drop, looking to his left, trying to hit his tight end underneath, and it's going to fall incomplete. As the receivers over there cleared it out, he came underneath, and he was there, just couldn't make the grab. That'll bring up 4th down. Clock stops with 49 seconds to go. Liberty trying to put a score up here, and then they'll get the opening kickoff in the second half. Williamson brings them to the line. I'll tell you what, he's a gritty little dude.
Yeah, he stood in the pocket all night.
2 receivers left, 1 to the far side. Tailback to his right now. Man goes in motion. He'll set up at the tight end spot. Looking, fires down the sideline. Did he make the grab? I think he did. Touchdown, Crusaders.
Touchdown, Crusaders.
And here comes another flag. As Sparks was on coverage over there, and he just hit him about the middle of the end zone. He went up and high-pointed it. And a touchdown for the Crusaders. But what is a flag about? They did all this after a turnover, so they capitalized on the interception by Neely. And the penalty must be on the Tigers, I guess. The same guy back there, I don't know who the back judge is, but he has thrown about 4 or 5.
Yeah, he's going to need some eyes, too.
Yeah. Personal foul.
Getting his claim to fame.
So they'll try a 2-point conversion. Williamson in the shotgun. Here's a snap, straight drop. Looking, under pressure, and it's going to be tipped up in the air and falls to the ground. 39 seconds to go here in the first half. 56-6 is the score. Hardin County on top. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back right after this. All right, welcome back to Jim Carroll Stadium. Steve Cornell along with Kendall Atkinson bringing you Hardin County football as the Crusaders get on the board after an interception And they take it, how many plays did they go there? It's about
They went 5 plays,
5-play
24
drive,
yards. Yeah.
touchdown pass to Napier Smith for the Crusaders. And it's 56-6, and they'll get the ball to start the third quarter. Pretty good drive, actually.
Yeah, it was.
Being down. I mean, they didn't
Capitalized on a
quit.
turnover.
Yep. Back deep is Irvin, as Neely will kick it off for the Crusaders. And he kicks it out of bounds. So the Tigers will have it first down, 1st and 10. Where did it go out of bounds at?
At the 42-yard
42-yard line is where they'll spot it. Brody Ivy in at tailback, at quarterback. Saunders in at tailback as Carter Smith's night is done. And let's see who is out there on the line, offensive line. Garrett Sipes is out there. I can't see them all from up here. Looks like
I can't see numbers.
Reed Head is out there as well. First down, 1st and 10 Tigers. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. Here's a handoff to Saunders. Has running room, cuts it up the middle of the field at the 45. He's at the 50. He's at the 45, at the 40.
Flag.
Down to about the 38-yard line, but another flag, and we're going to be called for holding again as the flag is back at the 40-yard line. A lot of flags in this game.
Yeah, to say the least. Push us back to the 30.
holding was the call against the Tigers. And we play first down, 1st and 22.
So holding on the Tigers, and they'll spot it back at the 30. Here's a snap. Ivy will hand it off to Saunders again. This time he's going to be hit. That's Peyton Strickland, excuse me. As he goes across the 31-32 down to about the 33-yard line. 18 seconds to go. We'll probably let it go there. I don't think they'll go one more play. As Coach Smith is looking out, and I think he's just going to take it to the house. Clock winds down. First half is in the books. Been a big first half for Hardin County as they lead it 56-6 here at halftime. You're listening to Hardin County football right here on 93.5 FM. Stay tuned for the Central Bank halftime report. That's coming your way next. All right, welcome back to Jim Carroll Stadium. We're at halftime, 56-6 our score. Hardin County on top of Liberty. Let's take a look at your scoring plays for the first half, and there was a bunch of them, Kendall.
Yeah, I'm about to be busy. Tigers take the opening drive. They go 3 plays, 65 yards, and Irvin caps off the drive with a 6-yard touchdown run. Liberty runs 6 plays, and they turn the ball over on downs, and Hardin County turns around. They go 5 plays, 69 yards, and a 2-yard touchdown run by Irvin to extend the lead to 14-0. Liberty runs 3 quick plays, and they punt the ball to Braden Wilkes, who takes it 55 yards for a touchdown, and that extends Hardin County's lead to 21-0. After a quick 3-and-out, Hardin County takes the ball 68 yards on 3 plays, and Jacob Saunders goes in from 10 yards out to extend the lead to 28-0 Hardin County. Hardin County then goes 2 plays, 37 yards on a 25-yard touchdown pass from Carter Smith to Cam Heyman. That puts Hardin County up 35-0. A quick 3-and-out by Liberty gives the ball back to Hardin County, who goes 7 plays, 85 yards, a 29-yard touchdown pass from Carter Smith to Braden Wilkes. That puts Hardin County up 42-0. And then Sam Tanner comes away with a big interception and gets it down into Liberty territory. Hardin County caps off that drive. 2 plays, 19 yards, with a 19-yard touchdown run by Irvin. That put Hardin County up 49-0. Liberty takes the ball 3 plays, and Strickland comes up with a big interception. And Hardin County then goes 3 plays, 12-yard touchdown pass from Carter Smith to Caleb McGee. That puts Hardin County up 56-0. Liberty goes a quick 3-and-out, but we turn the ball over on an interception by Liberty, and they run it down inside Hardin County territory, and they capitalize on that turnover, and they throw a 23-yard touchdown pass to cut into our lead a little bit, and that leads us to where we're at right now. Hardin County leads Liberty 56-6 at halftime.
Well, you know, I was glad to see them come out and actually run their offense. They knew it was going to be this kind of night, I think, as much as you want to try to tell your kids that you got to come out and play hard, and they're going to show up and play hard. But in reality, this is kind of the game that we expected in the first half. I had a lot of people ask me, you know, what do you think about tonight? I said, you better listen to the first half. Yeah. Because it's going to get ugly if it goes along the way they played this season. But we ran our offense. I mean, you know, we're throwing the ball up 35-0. We're running our offense, running our run plays. You know, we're mixing it up really good and trying to, like we said, get a little momentum. And you said consistency in the pregame show, and I think that's what we've seen on both sides.
56 points in one half of football is pretty consistent, I'd say.
The only bad thing, Chase Kelly was hurt in the second quarter. He walked off. I'm not sure the extent of his injury. Looked like a right leg, but or right knee area. I doubt that we see him anymore anyway tonight. So, but all in all, a good first half, and there'll be a lot of youngsters get a lot of playing time here in the second half.
See some new names. Get to see hopefully a few more scoring drives.
All right, the Pride is out on the field. They're performing or fixing to perform for the home crowd. It's pink out night here at Jim Carroll Stadium. When we come back, Haley Hardin will step in, and we'll have your Tiger update. That's coming your way next right here on 93.5 FM. You're listening to the Central Bank Halftime Show. Back after this. All right, welcome to halftime here at Jim Carroll Stadium. 56-6 our score. Hardin County on top. The Pride is out on the field performing for the home crowd. It's time now for the Tiger update. Haley Hardin. Did I say Haley Hardin or Haley?
Haley Hardin.
Haley Hardin. That's hard to
Just
say.
like the school.
Yeah, Haley Hardin in to get you caught up on all the other sports action around Hardin County High School.
This week, the Lady Tiger soccer season came to an end on Tuesday. This past Monday, the Lady Tigers tied with Jackson Southside at home, 3-3. They had to finish the match on Tuesday in Chester County, playing 2 scoreless 10-minute halves, and ultimately falling to Southside on penalty kicks. Anna Harrison scored 1 goal, and Reese Harville scored 2. Congratulations to the Lady Tigers on a fantastic season. Also, a huge congratulations to Anna Harrison and Mia Shirley for being selected to the All-District team in soccer, as well as Bailey Gamble and Ashton Davis for being chosen to the All-District team for volleyball. Way to go, Lady Tigers. On Monday, the Tiger bowling teams got their season rolling in striking fashion, defeating Lawrence County at home. The girls won 21-2 and the boys won 14-9. Gracie Franks bowled a 206, Millie Brumley 224, Emily King 235, Ava Alexander 237, and Macy Rumley 247. And for the boys, Michael Spears rolled a 201, Ben Howard 204, Peyton Napper 213, Chandler Cossey 216, and Weston Heath 267. Yesterday, the boys bowling teams were back in action at Lawrence County. The girls won 19-4, and the boys lost a close match 12-11. For the girls, Gracie Franks bowled a 197, Caitlin Woodard 237, and Macy Rumley 256. For the boys, Michael Spears had a 202, Peyton Napper 235, and Ben Howard 245. The bowling teams will host the Fall Bash tomorrow at Savannah Bowling Center, hosting Bartlett, Stewart's Creek, and Franklin. Tiger football will be back in action next week, traveling to Milan on Friday. If you can't make the trip to Milan, make sure to tune in to K93 or watch on YouTube at Slice93. Be sure to stick around for the halftime report, brought to you by WQTR Tiger Radio with yours truly, Haley Hardin.
Great job, Haley, as always. 30 days away from tip-off time.
Oh, I know it. I'm excited.
You got a little pep in your step, I can tell.
I'm excited. I really am.
I am too. I think it's going to be a great year. Of course, we've talked about a lot of changes, new coaches, new looks, I guess, and now we're in crunch time, for you girls and the guys. They tip off November the 15th, right over here at the gymnasium as Lawrence County comes to town. Lawrence County, a really good basketball program.
It's going to be a good game, I'll tell you that.
Should be a good one, and looking forward to it as the Lady Tigers and Tigers tip off November the 15th right here on 93.5 FM. Great job as always. It's halftime, 56-6 our score. We'll take a timeout. You're listening to Hardin County football right here on 93.5 FM. All right, welcome back to Jim Carroll Stadium. Steve Cornell along with Kendall Atkinson and a whole host up here. Spencer Gerald's up here, Robin. The dean of students has walked in, and so, we got a house full here.
Dean of students.
Well, the dean left, didn't he?
Short-lived.
Oh, me. That man likes to talk, but if you pull out a microphone and call him the dean, he ducks out. The dean ducks. 56-6 our score here at halftime. Right during this first half, Kendall, like we talked about, Tigers came out, and they were firing on all cylinders. Of course, not much resistance, but still, I mean, you could come in and be sluggish too.
Right. And, I think we've done everything we set out to do. It's to say it nicely, I think it's kind of like running against our scout team in practice. They're shorthanded. Liberty's shorthanded, and they've been that way for several years. They just don't have a lot of kids out there, but we do applaud the kids that are out there that have showed up, and they keep doing this week after week. But in regards to our play, I mean, we're doing whatever we want to. It's just about, execution and running every play the way that we draw it up to be.
Well, I'm looking down at the sideline. We said before the game, it's good to see Adam Harris on the sideline. He was involved in, there's a bad accident before he was on his way to school before the Lexington game a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
And
it's good to see him out there. Good to see him walking around. I mean, I haven't heard a definitive timeline on what they're thinking. I'm sure they're just trying to get him back for the playoffs. I don't think there's any reason to rush him back right now. I think, just let him heal up and get ready for that first game of the playoffs.
Well, he's out there with his tandem. I see him down there with Gray.
Yeah,
that's his man there.
Yeah,
that's our 2D tackles. And,
yeah.
I'm sure that, for Gray, it was different last week looking over and seeing another guy there.
And we don't see that aspect of, when they're down there on the defensive line, who, communicates to who. Is Adam the vocal guy? Is Adam just your lead by example guy on defense? I know he's the lead by example, but, if he's calling out stuff to Gray and they're going back and forth, I'm sure it was a little bit different at Lexington. So that's one thing me and we don't really get much inside knowledge of.
No, that's true. All right, 56-6 our score. The Crusaders will get the football when they return back to the field. The Tigers are back out on the field. I want to remind you in the mornings, your Sports Saturday starts at 8 a.m. right here on 93.5 FM with Coach to Coach. It'll be Doug Matthews and Dave McGinnis. They'll get you ready for SEC football and the Tennessee-Alabama game coming up tomorrow afternoon. And then following them at 9, I'll be in with Coach Smith. We'll talk about tonight's game. Get you set for next week as we'll head to Milan, Tennessee for a big matchup with the Bulldogs over there, another state playoff type team, even though they're out of region. And then at 12:30, UT Network takes over, and they'll take you all the way to the kickoff between Tennessee and Alabama, and you can hear it right here on 93.5 FM WKWX, your home for Hardin County Tiger football and Tennessee football. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back with the third quarter kick, we think, right after this. All right, welcome back to Jim Carroll Stadium. The Tigers will kick off to the Crusaders as we start the third quarter. It will be a running clock. They put 10 minutes up on the clock, so 2 10-minute quarters. So hang on to your hat. This one's going to go by fast. Good thing about this is a lot of young Tigers will get an opportunity here. And we've had several games like this, Kendall, where these younger Tigers have got a lot of playing action this year.
Yeah, and it's a good thing for those young guys because we're going to need that experience. You never know when your number's going to be called, and especially if it's in crunch time and playoff game and your number's called. That experience is something to hang your hat on. So it's really important that these guys get some reps.
I came out here this week. I think it was on Monday night. And watched the JV team. It was Hardin County and USJ, two really good programs. And USJ, they've got a really talented quarterback. I didn't get to see him play. He played in the second half. And, of course, Razback.
Yes, yeah.
Ferris. Is it Ferris? It's not Ferris. Who is it, Rodden? Plays for USJ, though. Huh? Baylor, yeah. There's a bunch of them. Here's a kickoff, and this one is deep. He's going to be spun around, hit, and dropped at the 4-yard line. Baylor, got to see him play. He plays safety for USJ. Got to see him and some other kids, and, of course, some younger kids for us. And we got some talented kids, youth is the only thing holding them back right now, getting on the field. But it's good to come out and see the kids get an opportunity. So it'll be first down, 1st and 10.
Good kick by Foster.
He got that one deep for the Crusaders, as Williamson will be in the shotgun formation out of his own end zone. 2 receivers left, 1 on the right. They're going from the north to the south. Here's a snap. They'll give it to his tailback right up the gut. Has some running room. He'll squirt it out to the 5, 6, down to about the 7-yard line. They've hit us a couple of times right there.
Yeah, I think that was Ben Benson, too, on the tackle. But, yeah, it was a good first down run by Liberty.
Gain of 5 on the play. It'll be second down, 2nd and 5 for the Crusaders. Williamson brings them to the line. 2 receivers to the left, 1 here to the near side. Neely comes in motion left. High snap, looking to the left. It's going to be complete. Tidwell out there makes the tackle at the 15-yard line, but that'll be enough for a first down.
That's kind of been their goal all night, is to kind of throw that quick little screen hitch route and try to get upfield, and they were successful right there.
Caleb Goheen in the game for Hardin County. Also, Saunders is in the game at a defensive back spot. We'll try to get some more kids' names out there. Gabe Eliff in the game as well for Hardin County. First down, 1st and 10. Here's a snap. Williamson under pressure, fires over the middle, and it's going to go over the head of Neely right at the 30-yard line.
Yeah, he got popped right there.
So that'll bring up second down. 2nd and 10. Ball spotted at the Crusaders' 15-yard line. This drive started for them inside the 5 at the 4. Williamson getting them lined up. 4-man front for the Tigers. Shotgun formation, 2 receivers to the left, 1 here to the near side. Tailback stands to his right. Here's a snap, straight drop, under pressure, fires, complete. And this time he's going to be hemmed up in the backfield right around the 10-yard line, about a 5-yard loss. As a receiver on that side stepped back a quick hitter out there,
Yeah.
but the Tigers recovered well.
That's Napier Smith out there. I tell you what, he's a good athlete, Steve. They go to him just about every time they try to throw the football, and he can catch it and get upfield quick.
Ben Benson in on the tackle, along with Goheen. So that'll bring up third down, 3rd and 13. 5 minutes and 52 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Hardin County on top, 56-6. Williamson brings them to the line. 2 receivers left, 1 to the near side. Here's a snap. Looking to fire, and this time it's picked off. And into the end zone goes Ben Benson. He stepped into the passing lane and takes it to the house. And Ben Benson with a pick 6. And the Tigers increase the lead to 62-6.
I know Coach Randall likes to see that, and I'm happy for Ben. Right place, right time.
So Foster will come back out. They're going to have to get him one of those things you find at Walmart. You know, you go around in a little stroller, electric stroller thing to get him out there. Here's a snap, and here's the kick, and it's good. 5:33 to go here in the third. 63-6 our score. We'll take a timeout. You're listening to Hardin County Football right here on 93.5 FM.
Scoring drive powered by Jones Motor Company. Well, scoring play, I should say. Ben Benson, pick 6, runs it in to extend Hardin County's lead to 63-6 here in the third quarter.
Nolan Foster to kick. This time a short kick. It's going to be taken at the 29-yard line. Still on his feet. Then Neely will get knocked down.
Strickland on the tackle.
Old Peyton, he's a good player. He's
not afraid of anything.
No. You know, he made some really good plays from the corner position a couple of weeks ago over Lexington when they brought him in. So it'll be first down, 1st and 10 Crusaders from their own 29-yard line, trailing 63-6. Next week, we will be in Milan, Tennessee, as we'll take on the Bulldogs. 2 pretty good, evenly matched teams, I would say.
Yeah.
I do understand, talking to David Long, that they've had a few injuries and lost a few games over the last 2 to 3 weeks. But a typical playoff team, and they've got a history of getting to the final game.
Yeah, and they're good. I mean, we can't overlook them. It's probably going to be our last big test before the regular season wraps up. So
here's a handoff, and he's going to be knocked back for a loss of about a yard.
Yep.
Caleb Frank's in the game. And let's see who else. Owen Roberts looks like.
Quite a few new ones.
Yeah. Dace Cummings in the game now. Tigers trying to get lined up on defense. Receiver right, receiver left. Now man in motion. Back to the left. They'll pitch it to him. Turns it upfield and turns it right into the Tiger defender.
16. Be Hunter Adams.
Hunter Adams.
Tackle.
Also Paul Ivy right there. How many Ivies are there?
Got a lot of Ivies. Yep.
There's a bunch of them. Isn't there? I take it that's Brody's brother.
I'm assuming. That'd be a good assumption.
Yeah. Third down, 3rd and 11 for the Crusaders. 3 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Tigers have yet to have it on offense as Liberty took the third quarter kickoff and then threw a pick 6 on a 3rd down play. They got another one here, 3rd down, 3rd and 11 from their own 27. Williamson in a shotgun formation. Snap, drops back, fires left. It's going to be complete at the 30. Goes down the sideline. That's Napier Smith. He's going to have enough for a first down as he goes across the 40.
A good hard run. Getting upfield, he's quick. I mean, he is definitely quick.
Well, he got the touchdown pass, and really he had a touchdown the prior play.
Yeah, he did.
And it was called back for a holding back in the second quarter.
And he caught that touchdown pass in double coverage.
So that'll be enough for a first down. 1st and 10, Crusaders. Ball spotted at the 42-yard line. Riley Head in the game now for the Tigers at defensive back. 2 receivers left, one here to the near side. Here's a snap. Williamson fires, and this time it's going to be broken up. Good play there. As Taylor Osteen was on the coverage.
Yeah, he was all over that guy.
So to bring up second down, 2nd and 10. Clock at 1.5 now here in the third quarter. Charles Durbin coming out of the game. Looks like he's, I don't know if he's injured or what. Now they'll send somebody in late. That's Michael DeShazier. Here's a snap. Wilson fires down the sideline. It's going to be intercepted at the 40. He's at the 50-yard line, 45, still on his feet, looking for blocks. Now he comes out of the pack at the 40, and then he's going to be knocked down from behind. That's number 25, Gabe Eliff on the interception. The second interception here in the third quarter for Hardin County. So they'll take over first down, 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. That time he just threw it in a whole host of Hardin County Tigers trying to get something out of it. So it'll be first down, 1st and 10. Brody Ivy comes out at quarterback. Peyton Strickland, your tailback. 2 receivers left, one to the right. Here's a snap. They'll give it to Peyton. Trying to get outside. Now he does. He's at the 35. Runs over a Crusader at the 30. Still on his feet, driving across the 20-yard line to about the 18. Good hard run by Peyton.
If you're in front of him, you better get low and try to tackle him, or he's just going to run you over.
So that'll be a Hardin County Bank 1st and 10 for the Tigers as the third quarter comes to the end. We get one score on a pick 6, 63-6 our score at the end of 3. You're listening to Hardin County football right here on 93.5 FM. Back with the fourth and final quarter when we return. Welcome back to Jim Carroll Stadium. Steve Cornell along with Kendall Atkinson bringing you Hardin County football. We move to the fourth quarter, 63-6 our score. I want to take this opportunity to thank all of our sponsors for Hardin County football and Hardin County sports. And when you hear them on the broadcast, go by and tell them thank you. It couldn't be possible without all of our sponsors in the community like Hardin County that supports our athletic programs the way they do. First down, 1st and 10. Ivy hands it off to Strickland. Bounces it outside. He's at the 15, 10, 5. They're not going to catch him. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Peyton Strickland. He was all balled up in the middle. Peyton bounced it outside. And the Tigers go up 69-6 now. And a chance to put 70 on the board. When's the last time you've seen 70?
I've never seen 70 on this scoreboard.
Strickland into kick. No, it's not Strickland.
It's going to be Blankenship.
That's Blankenship. Straight on kicker. And it's good with Gray to hold. 70-6, our new score. 9:43 to go here in the game. We'll take a quick 30-second timeout back after this. Sports Talk in the morning at 9 a.m. right here on 93.5 FM. Coach Smith will be in with me. We'll talk about this game and the upcoming games. Milan next on the schedule, and then we'll be back home here in 2 weeks as Pure Academy out of Memphis will be here to wrap up the regular season. And we'll know at the end of that night kind of how things will be and who will be playing for round 1. Here's a short end-over-end kick. It's going to be taken at the 32, and then he's going to be hit and knocked down. And he gets up and just like, why did y'all part the seas? I mean, I was trying, and everybody just kind of let everybody go. Boy, he's upset. Bless his heart. Still some fight in him. But
fight or self-defense.
Yeah, really. So they'll have it first down, 1st and 10 from their own 32-yard line. We're looking at probably Greenbrier, maybe Marshall County coming over here.
That's the 2 names that I've heard of.
Pearl Cone is at the top, and I think they're playing Greenbrier, and then I think they still have Marshall County to go. Here's a handoff to the tailback. Good play right there.
Yeah. Hunter Adams.
As Adams comes up and makes the tackle. Well, we ain't been able to get him down a whole lot tonight, but a good tackle there. Got him down low. Those little backs like that, cannonball, bowling ball type backs.
You better hit them low.
Mm-hmm. The only thing is there's not much legs there to hit.
No.
Second down, 2nd and 9. Williamson brings them to the line. 2 receivers to the right, 1 here to the near side. Here's a snap. Handoff, tailback. He's hitting the backfield, and he's going to be drugged backwards.
Owen Roberts.
So Roberts makes the tackle for Hardin County, and they're bringing it right now,
Yeah.
that defensive front.
I think Liberty's trying to take their sweet time.
Lexington is on top of Chester County with 2 minutes to go in the third, 14-7. So they got a good one going on over there.
So do we ever figure out the implications there?
Well, I don't know.
So
My man David Long is listening to us, and And instead of texting him, we'll just talk to him since he's listening. You'll have if Chester County were to win, and it plays out that way, you'll have 3 tied at the top. Lexington beat us, we beat Chester, and Chester beat Lexington. Is how that would go if things would hold up. Chester County comes back. I don't know how it ends at that point.
That's what I'm wondering.
You got 3 one-loss teams, and they've all beat each other.
Yeah.
So I don't know what the next tiebreaker, if there is one, or head-to-head, or how that goes.
You would think it'd be head-to-head, but I don't know.
Well,
that
I wonder
for
if
sure.
it's scoring. Who beat who.
I don't know.
I know this. Been a lot of scoring in this game, 70-6, with 7:12 to go. So here's our answer. Should Chester County win, Hardin County could get the number 1 seed based off our overall record is the next one. So they go to overall record. Mm-hmm. So that makes sense because appreciate David Long telling us that. I knew he knew. 3rd down, 3rd and 11. Williamson in the shotgun formation. Man in motion right. Here's a snap. Rolling to his right. Fires downfield. Complete. And he's going to be dropped right there at the 31. Back at the original line of scrimmage. And that'll bring up 4th down. So what we need is Chester County to mount a comeback. Or it won't matter. I don't know if I see Chester County probably wouldn't have another game or another district game.
And Lexington has
one
Southside.
more. They got Southside at the end of the year. So Dolphin will come out to kick for the Crusaders. Back deep is Strickland. Big one in Knoxville tomorrow, right here on 93.5 FM. As one of the Tigers alumnus, Latrell Bumpus, will be involved in that game in Knoxville. First time in a long time, both teams in the top 10. During that game since, been a while.
And it's possible we see another player from West Tennessee, Simpson, that played at Westview. You just never know. Alabama's having a little bit of issue with their quarterback, so it's up in the air if he'll play. So you never know. May see Simpson in there some.
Here's a snap. Ivy hands it off. And he'll be knocked down at the line of scrimmage. Gabe Eliff on the carry. So it'll be 2nd down, 2nd and 10. Ivy in the shotgun formation. 2 receivers left, 1 on the right. Here's a handoff. Right side. Has some running room at the 45. He's at the 50. Lowers his head there inside Crusader territory down to the 40.
It's going to be Pig.
Yeah, Pig. I'm sorry. I seen Eliff get up out of the pile over there. He's blocking. It's Pig, number 35. Chester County will have one more district game, but it'll be Liberty in week 10. So pulling for the Eagles right now. 1st down, 1st and 10 on the run by Pig. 2 receivers left, 1 here to the near side. Here's a snap. They'll give it to Pig again. Trying the middle. Just lowers his head and picks up a couple inside the 40 to about the 39, 38 yard line. Pickup of 2, 2nd down, 2nd and 8. Caleb Murphy entering the game for the Tigers. Ivy brings them to the line. Pig to his right. Behind him, 2 receivers left. Here's a snap. They'll give it to Pig again. He's going to be hit and then pounced on after a pickup of a yard or two. And I say pounce, I mean pounce. 72 is a big young man. And it kind of fell on him, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to say that was uncomfortable.
I would say so. 3rd down, 3rd and 5. He's been out there all night.
He
on both
has.
sides
I'll
of the
give it to
ball.
him.
3rd down, 3rd and 5. Here's a snap. Pig again. Has some running room across the 35. Still on his feet at the 30. Driving across the 25 down to the 20-yard line. And that'll be enough for Hardin County Bank. 1st and 10 Tigers. So Carter Pig with a good run and a 1st down for Hardin County. 2:43 to go here in the game. 70-6 our score. Tigers on top. Ivy brings them to the line. 2 receivers left, one here to the near side. Now a new tailback in. I can't see his number. Here's a snap. They'll give it to him, and he's going to be hit in the backfield and drugged backwards.
I think that's Engel. Yeah, Zachary Engel.
Zachary Engel in the game now for the Tigers as we go under 2 minutes to go now here in the game. Stay tuned for the Central Bank postgame show coming up at the conclusion of tonight's game. Engel lines up to Ivy's right. Ivy in a shotgun formation. 2 receivers left, one here to the near side. Here's a snap. Engel has it left side, hitting the backfield, and he's going to be knocked down at the 29-yard line, loss of about 4 or 5 on the play. And that'll bring up 3rd down. Now we got a holding call on top of that. So holding on the Tigers, and they'll march it back. To the 38-yard line. I agree with that, Robin. 70-6, and we're still throwing flags with a running clock. Clock going under a minute now to go in the game. Ivy in the shotgun formation. Here's a snap. Handoff Engel. Now he breaks it out of the pack at the 40, 45, or excuse me, 35, inside the 35 down to about the 33 or 34-yard line.
Steve, I got an update. Lexington 14, Chester County 14. A minute and 40 seconds left in the game, and Lexington has the football. So, crunch time.
We've seen that scenario.
Yeah.
2nd down, 2nd and 26, but I don't know that we'll snap it. We might try to get one more play off. Ivy's looking over to the sideline. He'll send 2 receivers left, one here to the near side. Engel, the tailback, to his left. Here's a snap. They'll give it to Engel right up the middle. Has some running room across the 30-yard line. That'll be the final play of the game as the clock winds down. And the Tigers will get their 6th win on the season, and they'll end up district play 4-1, and at least assured of a 2nd place finish. And we'll see what happens over at Chester County. Stay tuned for the Central Bank postgame show. That's coming your way next right here on 93.5 FM. We'll be back after this. All right, welcome back to Jim Carroll Stadium as the Tigers win it here on peak out night, 70-6 over the Crusaders. The Tigers improved their record to 6-2 overall and 4-1, and that will end region play as the next two games will be out of region. But a big night, Kendall, for Hardin County. They came out and did the things that they needed to do. They wanted to work on some things, get in some rhythm. And, you know, like we said, momentum's a big thing. Take a little momentum into next week's game against a potential, probably a playoff contender over there on that side where they're at. And then hopefully what could be a pretty good team coming in here in a couple of weeks from Memphis, and then the playoff starts, and then you got to really be on your horse.
Yeah, and you know I'm happy to see our performance tonight. We pretty much handled business like we should have done on paper. Now the biggest thing is kind of getting in that little bit of a groove, man. You've been talking about the entire broadcast and kind of finding our identity again and seeing it play out on the field like we want it to. Execution-wise, I mean, I think we did everything we wanted to do tonight. Like we said, Liberty's a little bit short-handed. They're going through definitely some growing pains, but the biggest thing is we came out on top. I hate that we lost Kelly. Hopefully he's not too banged up. So we just got to regroup and get ready for a good Milan team next Friday night.
Well, I want to send out props to Liberty. They played hard.
Yeah.
They did what they could do with what they had to do with, but they played to the final buzzer and got a little spark there after an interception and took it in. But, just a little too much Tiger offense tonight. Carter Smith with a big game. Our receivers, all of them with big games. Braden Wilkes gets a punt return, a special teams touchdown. That always excites the coaching staff. A couple of interceptions to go along with that. Three of them, as a matter of fact. A couple of, was it 2 pick sixes or just one?
It's 3 and possibly that one by Strickland that was kind of iffy that we didn't really know about. Yeah, but defensively, I think that's the most turnovers we've generated in the game since I can remember.
Yeah, so a big night all the way around. So the Tigers get a big win, so we turn our attention to Milan, and it won't be so easy next week.
No, we've got to be clicking next week. I mean, you think about having everything together going into their place. I know it's a tough environment. They've got they got a turf field, which we haven't been. You think about USJ earlier in the year, they have a turf field. And so, I just think we need to regroup and practice, have a good week this week, and know our approach before we head over there and play a good football team.
Well, that's why Coach Smith has put teams like that on our schedule for that particular reason. They're playoff-type teams, playoff-type atmosphere. When we come to town, we've been highly rated for the last several years in the state. So we usually get everybody's best shot. Yeah. So you can only get better and grow from that.
That's right. That's right. You think about USJ, that's exactly how it was. I mean, when we stepped on their turf, they wanted every bit that we had to give. And so I don't anticipate anything less from Milan next Friday night.
So that'll do it for us here at Jim Carroll Stadium. Hardin County wins it 70-6 over Liberty. Next week we'll be in Milan, Tennessee to take on the Milan Bulldogs. Airtime is at 6:40. Kickoff time is at 7 p.m. right here on 93.5 FM. Also WKWXFM.com and the WKWX app, and streaming live on YouTube channel /93. Coming up in the morning, Coach to Coach at 8 a.m. That'll start our Sports Saturday off, followed by a Sports Talk with me and Coach Matthew Smith. And then the Ball Network at 12:30, leading up to the kickoff between Tennessee and Alabama at 2:30. So, for Eli at the station, Kendall Atkinson, I'm Steve Cornell saying so long, Tiger fans. See you in the morning at 9 a.m. for Sports Talk right here on 93.5 FM.
All right.